What is up, YouTube guys? So recently I've been starting to push a little bit more and more on the ladder. This past season I kind of feel like I've been doing a little bit more deck crafting, theory crafting, whatnot. And recently I've just been really kind of focused on just getting up in the rank. I pushed into platinum. I believe it was like last night or something. And I've been running primarily Jund Sacrifice. It's been holding up incredibly well through this entire push from early on all the way up till I think I'm Platinum 3 now maybe. And we've got some gameplay to show you guys. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go straight into it. One of the main reasons why I choose this deck is not only because it wins, but it's also really quick. So either win quick or sometimes you get the bad draws and you could lose pretty quick too. So the only extended out games we kind of run into are against the food. This is actually a food deck we're playing against too. We open up with our Once Upon a Time. As you can see, it kind of acts as another mana. In this particular situation, being that we have two fetches in hand, one of which is a Blood Crypt, we're going to actually go ahead and grab the Blood Crypt, as well as the fact that our curve is actually pretty decently set right now. As we have a Cauldron Familiar we can do on a turn 1, and then set up the Priest for a turn 2, which actually has the Priest online for turn 3 when we can actually claim the Firstborn on their anything they could have cast at turn 3 at that point. Unless, I guess, if they turn 1 Goose, and they could turn 4 drop like a Questing Beast. So in that case, we're going to have to figure something out. But in the meantime, so initially I take a look. He runs Temple of Mystery here. And my initial thought was, another Tempo matchup. Tempo is a little bit of a pain with this deck. If you have a good, solid, open curve with this deck, such as Oven Cat, then the matchup versus Tempo is super in your favor. However, if you have any kind of a slow start, like you're opening up on Mayhem Devils or whatnot, then you're going to have an incredibly rough time. You're kind of banking on them punting. So we go ahead and pop the Evolving now. In theory, I would like to do Priest turn 2. However, being that this at first glance looks like a Tempo matchup, I actually go ahead and get the Oven out instead, because that way I've got that chump blocker. That cat iteration is very favorable in the Tempo matchup with this particular deck. So we go ahead and delay the Priest by 1 turn. We get that Oven engine going, and we go ahead and re-sacrifice our cat and get some life gain. We go ahead and get the Priest out now, get her online, and who knows? Maybe we could draw into a Chandra to really kind of help us out. Otherwise, we could even possibly see some kind of removal with like Wicked Wolf at this point, since he's got Paradise Druid out. Or we could see a set. Yep, there's the Wicked Wolf. Now he doesn't have any food to keep it to give it a +1/+1 counter. However, it's okay. I mean, he's probably going to target Priest here, which isn't really going to affect Wicked Wolf anyway. I'm tapped out, so it's not like I can ping him for damage. We're going to go ahead and sack Priest though, so that way we're at least getting some food out of it, and it's not just going to waste. Yeah, we don't get the extra point of damage from Cauldron, but if we do draw into a Mayhem Devil, which we did, then having those food tokens online is always super spicy. So we're going to go ahead and jam Mayhem Devil here. I actually kind of think about we're going to go ahead and sack this now, and ping Paradise Druid. To be completely honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of this move. I was a little torn on it. I could have sacked the cat and pinged it and left Fabled Passage as another Mayhem Devil trigger. Something I kind of thought about doing, because that way if we draw into another Fabled, then that's 2 more triggers we could play. Because anytime we're set on mana, we've got 3 or 4 or any kind of play and move that we need, and we have Fabled Passage out, I don't generally pop it. Unless I have to, or actually get some value out of it. So I'll leave the Fabled Passages, because those are extra triggers for Mayhem Devils. And who knows, if I could actually draw into another Mayhem Devil, then that's two procs for 1 fetch land. So he gets his Vivian out. Initially thinking, I actually kind of thought he was going to do a -3 ability here. I think that's his idea of trying to keep it alive. I think he knows if he did the -3, then we're going to ping it with Mayhem Devil and just get rid of it. However, I don't know. He does the +1, does 2 1/1 counters on Wicked Wolf, so that way he thinks he can keep Vivian alive, as well as maintaining Wicked Wolf. Something we get to do, though, is, we get not a whole lot of value from our chump blocker from the cat, but, it's at least 1 point of damage. And, hey, how many games have you guys gone down to 1 life and came back victorious? So we're going to go ahead and sack here. I think about, do the math a little bit, and it's more value out of killing pinging Vivian with that, because we'll bring her down to 3 points of damage, and then we can go ahead and just slap her in the face with Mayhem Devil by doing the cat iteration here. Boom. So, and then there wasn't another fetch land. So as you could see before, had we not popped that last fetch, we could have had 2 pings right here. I mean, it's not the end of the world, because like I said, there's still other things we can do. I do believe we take a Stormfist here, because then we can get some value out of card draw. We don't necessarily need Claim just yet. We're going to go ahead and clear Vivian, and we're going to leave the cat online. So that way we have a chump blocker for Wicked Wolf, because he no longer has trample unless he gets another Vivian out. So right now we're just kind of trying to control the board state at the moment. That's our current goal. We're not getting too aggressive right now. Kind of controlling the situation, getting his card draw down, and then seeing what we can do with what we have. He gets Nissa out. My first thought is claim the Firstborn. Now the question is, do we kill Wicked Wolf now, or do we try and ping Nissa directly? She's got 6 points of damage, or she has 6 loyalty, excuse me, and we could kill Wicked Wolf based off the math from Oven, Cat, Fabled. And we actually want Cat to just straight up die here, I think. So I believe our option is to block, sack Cat, ping Nissa for 1. And then we leave Cat back. So that way we have another proc for Mayhem Devil next turn. We're going to get a whole lot of value out of the Cat just attacking. Yeah, there we go. So now he's actually helping to block Stormfist Crusader by having two different creatures being played out right now. Doing the math real quick, kind of looking over the battlefield. Right now, as of the board state right now, before this draw, I would say direct face to Nissa with all the procs from Mayhem Devil. However, since we just drew into another Witch's Oven, that's when it becomes important for us to clear Wicked Wolf, because now we have enough damage from Mayhem Devil to be able to kill Wicked Wolf. You go ahead and I believe we get our Cat out now, so we get the proc ability, boom. And that one food we did earlier, guys, remember when we sacked, I think it was, oh yeah, the priest, when Wicked Wolf first came out and we sacrificed the priest and made a food token. That one food token is going to save us here. So we get Cat out. We do one cycle. And bear in mind, we have to keep one of these ovens online to be able to kill that forest. It's important for us to do that. So we can't just do another Cat. Boom. So that's going to bring him down to 2 more life. We have a Fabled Passage for 1. And then that food is going to be our 5th point of damage. There we go. And then we could just swing out at Nissa after we... I'm thinking about doing that there. Yeah, we go ahead and go red. At that point, more red is more valuable. As long as we have at least 2 black sources in our mana pool, red's the most valuable in this list. Alright, so then we swing out. I think, yeah, we go ahead and just play that. I'm thinking, do we have any kind of card draw mechanic? But we don't, so we just go ahead and swing out at Nissa. No matter how he blocks, Nissa dies. So there's no point in blocking at all. Not only does Nissa die, but he's also down a land, because we were able to claim the Firstborn on his forest. And it will die here soon. He's thinking about it. He's like, ugh. Yep. Just throwing the towel. At that point, that's how you go ahead and just flex. Step into the office for a second. That's how you go. I guess we were platinum 2. I thought we were in 3. I guess we've been climbing a little bit faster than I expected. So I've been getting asked quite a bit, actually recently, what's some great decks to go up against the food matchups, and I mean this is one of them. I mean you're not always gonna win. You're gonna draw into some terrible curves occasionally. But the important thing is practicing knowing when to mulligan. Knowing when to mulligan. I would like to do a YouTube series at some point after some more detailed research on like every deck list, like how to mulligan for each list, like each of the meta lists. And I feel like that would be very informative. I mean, it's something I would like to learn myself. Like, hey, if I'm playing a food deck, what do I want? What do I need to look for in my opening hand? If I'm playing like Jund Sacrifice, what do I need to have in my opening hand? Gruul, Embercleave, what do I need to have? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's very informative, and it's very important across any deck list you're choosing. But with a solid opening curve with Jund versus food, I feel like my win rate's about 80% right now with it versus the food. Occasionally you're gonna get those rough draws, gonna get blocked off into some lands or whatever. If that's the case, it just happens. It's magic. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys follow me on my social medias. At Kevin Raisins is my Twitter. Scottoria is my Twitch. Make sure you guys catch some live streams there. And Instagram, I'm new to Instagram, USAE_Scottoria. Make sure you guys drop me a follow over there. Kind of show me the ways a little bit. I'm not the best at taking pictures, so you don't see a whole lot of pictures being uploaded all the time. But I take pictures of what I think is cool. And Discord. So if you guys actually have a list you would like to see me build on either stream or make a YouTube video about, please hop into the Discord server and post your list in our deck list channel. Discord.gg/thekillsquad, all one word. And you're also more than welcome to get some information about the United States Army's esports team, which I am a part of as a part of their MTG team as well as their stream team lead. I'm going to have their link below as well, discord.gg/US Army Esports. Yeah, so appreciate you guys for tuning in.